Matt Brown, and we're going to look at Nirvana's Sappy in this lesson. Alright, so this one's pretty easy. Just a two-part song. We've got a verse and a chorus, and then a guitar solo to look at as well. Alright, so this one is played in the key of D minor, and it is tuned down a half step. So like we usually do, let's take a look at the first part of the song that I was playing there a second ago and talk about the chords. Alright, so the song starts with a clean tone, and the first chord is a D5 power chord, and you're doing this with it's a 4th string root, so you have 0, 2, 3 as far as the frets go. Alright, the next chord that you have is a B flat 5, so that's a 5th string root, and that's 1, 3, 3. Alright, the next chord you have is a G, so that is a 6th string root. The 5th string is muted, so we've got 3 muted 5th string, 0, 0, 0, 3. Okay, and then our next chord is A5, so that's open 2, 2. And then the last two chords are B flat 5 and C5, both 5th string roots there. So if I play this at tempo, it goes. Alright, so I'll do it slowly. Alright, so the rhythm for the strumming alternates every other measure. So the first and third measures, you get this 1, 2, and 4 and rhythm, or down, down, up, down, up. Alright, the next measure, what you're going to have is 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and measures 2 and 4, you're going to have 2 chords per measure. So the first two measures slowly, you'd have. And I actually did the first 4 measures. Anyway, so the transitional type strums that he's using in this one, between the D5 and B flat, I would go for the 4th and 5th strings, since they're actually in a D5 power chord. And then same deal again over when you're going from B flat to the G chord. With the G chord going to the A chord, any of the 4th, 3rd, or 2nd strings are going to sound great since they're in the chord. There, I just used the open 4th and 5th strings, and then same kind of deal there at the end. 4th and 3rd string or 4th and 5th will sound great since they're all in the key there. Okay, so what I played clean just becomes the dirty guitar part when the vocals kick in, the verse starts and everything. So that takes care of the verse then. All the verses are the same except for, double check on the length of the verses. If I remember correctly, one of the verses, I think the second verse is a little shorter than the others. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about the chorus riff. Alright, so that's it. Pretty simple. We just have 3 chords. It starts with the 1 chord, the D5, so that's the same that we started the verse with. So then we're going to a B flat 5 after that, same voicing that we used in the verse again. Then we're going to do a G for a measure, back to the B flat 5. And then from this point, you're going to do the G to B flat thing 2 more times, and then end with your A5 power chord, and that'll take you back to your verse. So real slowly, 2, ready, go. strumming pattern is consistent. It's the same for every measure, and you're going to have this 1, 2 in and 4 in. Also, another example of a Kurt Cobain chorus where it's just, for the most part, 2 chords going back and forth that are a minor third apart. So, you know, if you've been following my other lessons, it's something that he does, and geez, like maybe like 10% of the choruses to their songs. So, anyway, let's move on and check out the solo. So that's the solo at tempo. I'll go ahead and play it slower for you now, maybe about 3/4 speed. And I'm not going to go through and go note for note. You know, if you want to see the tabs, just email me and I'll send you the tabs. And just so you know, though, the scale that he's using, he's exclusively using the D Dorian mode for this. So if you don't already know your 7 patterns for the modes of the major scale, take this time to learn them. Yeah, that's what he's using. It's just the D Dorian mode. Same notes as the key of C major. So anyway, here I go. I'll play it slowly. Okay, so that does it for the solo. Tone-wise, what he's got going on, as far as his distortion and overdrive pedals that he liked to use, I know he liked, in the early days, a Boss DS1, which is, you know, just the orange distortion box. He later bought the DS2, the turbo distortion. He liked a Big Muff, and he really liked the Proco Rat. Oh, and sorry, the other one. The Sansa amp, the Tech 21 Sans amp. And it sounds to me, out of all of those pedals, the Sans amp is probably the closest to the tone that he's using. So probably like a Fender Twin, that, you know, the Tech 21 Sans amp, probably the poly chorus effect that he liked to use for some modulation, and some reverb. So that'll do it for the tone. This song, you know, it ends with the big final chorus, and ends with the A chord that just kind of hangs out and lingers. So that does it for Sappy. If you'd like the tabs, I imagine a lot of you will like the tabs for the solo. Just email me. My address is in the description for the video, and please subscribe. All right, I'll see you guys around. Thanks a lot.